Let's get. Oh yeah, I want to say as well. One of the things I really loved about the last Wednesday was when I went to put together the notes. The key points or whatever I put together. I was actually able to use what other people said, not me. I really thought that was so cool because I have a limited knowledge, but when we all come together, something gets clearer, and I really like the fact that I was able to use what people had said, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, and because there's a thing you probably notice about me as well too, is that I'm not so much into religion. People that know me, I know, are laughing away because they know that damn well, So, more about yourself, more about, the human condition. And it's something we all have, the human condition. It's something we all have, so we're all qualified. We're all qualified to examine our own mind, our own situation, Now I got that off my chest. There's a real home dinner coming Wednesday week. So I know, I'm pretty confident it's going to be very, very useful for people. So, well, let's start. Might as well. Okay, so, did you notice something curious last Saturday, when I mentioned, I said, okay, now let's just be quiet for a minute. And then I said, ice cream cone, sandal. Right. Did you notice something curious? Did you notice that you made a story that connected the two things together? Did you notice that happening? No? Okay. Oh yes, okay, some people. So when I was looking for two distinct things that weren't alike that I could use. First one was easy enough, ice cream cone. Second one was what can I use? What can I use? And I thought a shoe, But I don't wear shoes here, I wear sandals. So I put down ice cream cone, sandal. But a lot of people, they went on a seaside trip, or something equivalent, So we actually have this habit based on our insecurity that we actually have a need to make sense of what's going on. We try to connect things together. It's a fundamental insecurity. And we're basically trying to work out what's going on so that we can plan and be able to work out how to grab what's beneficial and how to defend ourselves against what's a threat, But actually, I'm going a bit fast, aren't I? Excited. Hold on, have a cup of tea. But actually, when you practice this non-doing for a while, as you notice, even just we do it for 10 minutes, that there's a deep settling happens, and you get a certain amount of confidence in your genuine being, And what's interesting is that when you're like that, as it settles, as you develop this confidence, you can see precisely things. You can see things precisely. You don't need to make sense. You don't need to connect things together. You just see. Just the insecurity you see isn't there. You can just see clearly what we call wisdom. And one of the things I found very curious happened to me yesterday, that on this turn a bit long. Yeah, I'll make it shorter. Yesterday we were having, Cecily had to get her physio, so we were in a seaside village, and we're sitting outside, beautiful weather, having a coffee and a few pastries. We shouldn't eat them, but anyway. So sitting down, having a coffee, and all different people came walking past, and I noticed what was happening in my mind. Like, for example, racism. There was this Indian woman. She was dressed in Indian garb. She was pregnant. I'd say in her 30s, something like that, And she had this kind of aggressive look in her eyes, So I had a racist feeling come up, right? So I have racist reflexes, but I am not a racist. This is a really interesting point. Just because something comes into your mind doesn't define you. I hope it is recorded, okay. It does. Actually, you don't even need to change them. You don't need to change these reflexes. You don't need to change them. Just seeing them clearly takes their control of you away. So you don't fix your reflexes. Simply seeing them is sufficient. Just one little word of advice. Don't step in the dog shit. Do you know what I mean? Just when this thing comes up, don't step into it. Okay, so that's my pep talk over. That's it for a bit. You can't force yourself. It doesn't work. You have to allow. You allow everything. But you don't step in it. Just allow. Allow yourself to relax. Can you see? nothing's wrong. Mind in movement. No need to block anything. Just to see. We're not looking for a special state. We're just seeing what's going on. If you're uncomfortable, mind is, you can apply a technique, but actually seeing it is the point. Nothing to do. if you have an unsettling feeling, know that. If you don't like it, feel your breath. Just feel your breath. Then just let go again. Don't fight. I remember in the good old days, some masters would actually say that for many of you, they would say, the meditation happens after the final bell has rung, because you let go. You stop trying, you just let go. And it's not as though you've wasted 15 minutes, but I tell you something, I just look at you. You know how to sit. You really do. Like, we all get things, oh, I don't like, like I was going to say, where is she? Shouldn't mention people's names. Somebody who's sitting in the sunshine. It's really good to sit with the sun at your back. Little things, so, you could, see, you're going to be uncomfortable, like, things are going to happen, but actually, you see it, and then you come back. You're not trying to maintain a state. Anyway, I think that's enough. So, as usual, I'll hang on in case there's any complaints or something you want to know about or whatever. And yeah. Okay, have a nice Saturday morning.
You too. Bye. Bye. Thank you, Martin.
Thanks, Martin.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Thanks, Martin.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Martin, they're so helpful, these meditations. You have no idea. We appreciate them so much.
Yeah.
So helpful. So simple, so helpful.
Yeah.
Really.
You see, it's so easy.
And I realized, sorry.
It's so easy. Sorry. It's so easy, Sam. Asif. It's so easy.
It's also so pure. I realize how much I missed it.
Okay. It's so easy.
Okay.
It's our nature. Wow, like when you, all the Buddhists say, you are a Buddha.
Mm-hmm.
They all say that. Well, maybe there's some that don't, but anyway. They all say, you're a Buddha, And like, when you practice this really simple way, that's what comes out. Like what I talked about confidence. It's not like, I don't know, if you've ever been to a meeting at work with somebody who's confident, in brackets, asshole. This is a confidence. It's not like confidence. It's like knowing who you really are, being connected with your own genuine goodness. You know, how wonderful, how amazing. And it has to be simple. Okay.
Yeah, and you know it because it goes in,
Yeah.
and it resonates for the rest of the day. You know, and you can touch back into it so easily.
Yes, I'm going to be doing more. I'm going to be doing more about that. I keep advertising this fantastic thing that's going to happen Wednesday week. You know, but yeah, this.
Mm.
I just hope I don't die before I get to share it with you all. Okay.
I'll see if I can get him to share it with me, and I'll pass it on if he's gone.
That's fair enough.
And
That's fair enough.
I'll try and share with him what I want to do on Wednesday as well.
I'll have to give you the Vulcan mind merge first, Cecily.
Yeah. What?
I have to give you the. Oh, it's very funny.
Merge,
I have to tell you. Do you know about the? I'm chatty now. You know about the Vulcan mind merge? You watch Star Trek and all the rest of it, like Spock would go and he'd put his hands on somebody's head, you know, and he could actually unite with their mind, you know. And okay.
When Martin was talking about, you can cut this out as well too, Martin, but when Martin was talking about not being racist, you should have met his mother. She would see somebody and decide that that's what they're like, you know, and nothing would change her mind after that. That's how she felt about it.
I thought it was really interesting when Martin said that, because you can say that in this group and people will understand. If you say that on Facebook, they say, no, you're a racist.
Exactly. Isn't this brilliant? This is brilliant stuff. And it's all, and like I was saying, like we're all qualified. It's just, sorry, Margaret.
No. I think you're being really harsh on yourself by using the word racist, because racist implies superiority. I think you can recognize difference.
Oh, it came as a superiority thing.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Oh, right. So.
See, it's not the rising that defines you; it's your reaction to it. We know we've been saying this all along, but this is like I tell you what, when I was able to see, like it happened earlier in the day, like when I was able to see all these things going on, you know, like I was telling you. Okay, so it's warm, you know, it's sunny and all the rest of it. And there's all these beautiful women with like tiny shorts on and short skirts and all the rest of it. And I noticed a lot of people have like writing on their leg, you know. Tattoo, yeah. I think it's tattoo, yeah. Tattoo on their leg, you know. And of course, old fogey me, you know. That's kind of, you know. And so there's a reaction to that. And what my reaction was, did they forget something? Is that And the other thing I noticed, which is very interesting, you know, it's when they look down at it, it's upside down. Which means that they need 2 mirrors in order to be able to see it. Do you know what I mean? If they look at it in a mirror, it'll be inside out. So they need 2 mirrors in order to see what's written. Anyway, but like if all this stuff all the time presenting itself to you, you know, like dog shit on the pavement, you know, it's fine. Just walk around. Okay.
If you get bored during your summer and after you finish the snorkel thing, can you start addiction therapy, please?
Oh, yeah, okay. I can give you the short one.
Okay.
Short one, okay. First thing is, do you want to stop? Oh, then just keep doing it. Fine. You weren't expecting that, were you? Oh, my laugh is so loud. I can see it down here on the meter. Oh God. Anyway, no, that's it. That's. Then there's if you want to stop, then there's something else. But no, if you don't want to stop, just keep doing it, you know? And try to pick, as you're doing, pick the least harmful way.
Okay.
Because if you don't want to stop, you're not going to stop. No way. Bad language about to come out. Oh yeah.
I was just curious, Martin, what your thoughts might be for the autumn in that, because the summer's coming and I'm
I know,
nosy
but
and
there's only one session left really, and we're going to be in France, so the Saturday things will stop as well. But maybe you could meet together or something. I don't know, because we'll be on retreat, so we can't guarantee we'll be there at any time or anything like that. So there'll be a schedule and all the rest of it. So I had various thoughts. But I haven't made up my mind about anything. I haven't come to a conclusion, you know. One of the really radical things I have in mind, based on what happened last Wednesday, is to actually get more of you to do little pieces. Do you know what I mean? Not me all the time doing stuff, but maybe that's one of the kind of radical kind of ideas I have. Another one is that a few people have asked me about non-draw practice. These are the practices that they do in Rigpa, and so I was kind of thinking, but I'm no good at it, you know. I'm better off sticking with meditation, something I know about, or nature of mind, or something like that. That was a little joke. So that's another thing. There's definitely something that's really worthwhile. Morris is Morris has requested me to do it, and that is what's called in the non-draw practice is called the 4 thoughts that turn the mind away from confusion. And that is the preciousness of human birth, the ever-present change, karma, and that in confusion there's only suffering. With grasping there's only suffering. That's my version of it. So we might do something based around that kind of corpus. But then there's another one that I'd love to do. Well, I know better when we've done this retreat actually as well.
Can I just say about the 4 thoughts, Martin? I think it's really good too, because it's very important. But actually, as part of the 4 thoughts, it's not just a down or reflecting on life is suffering and so on, but there's a prayer as well. May my mind turn towards practice, you know.
Well, you see, traditionally, it's offered in a very religious kind of a way, and I've got a problem with that. That I actually used more correct, what I find to be more correct, human language, to describe it. Yeah.
And Martin,
so for example,
Morris and myself and Martin were chatting last night, and Morris described it as something that infuses an ordinary life with extraordinary wisdom. So it's
that sounds good.
Yeah, put that in the blurb.
We'll put that in the blurb,
It can be transformed.
I'd love to do something. I'd love to do. Sorry, the other thing. Let me finish that. I'd love to do something for beginners. I'd love to do something. And the other thing as well is, like I mentioned, the 4 thoughts. There's another version of them where there's 7 of them. But I found this version with 7 of them is really quite powerful. So maybe a mixture of the 2 things together might be quite good. How's that, Catherine? I'm open to suggestions, Jenny, Mac. Like, you've got suggestions, be delighted. It's good. Like you say, like somebody says to me, "Oh, this line in Mingyur Rinpoche, I don't really get it." And then I go, "Okay, this is what needs to be addressed." So I'm really open to your suggestions, what you'd like covered, And I'm retired, so I've got the time. I can just go and research stuff and so on. Okay.
Just the practices are really helpful on the Wednesday nights as well. Really. And to do it within community. Truly.
Yeah.
Not to lose that.
What's great as well, just like you got this mixture. You've got the oldies. I know Evelina just left there, but you have people who have years and years. I shouldn't have said oldies, should I? We'll cut that one out of the tape as well. You have these people with years and years of experience, and they're not. It's not. Okay, some of them are more intellectual than others, but it's not so much heady. It's not so much ideas. It's actual practical, what they've discovered themselves, and what they're working on themselves. They're not.
Great. Thank you. Okay.
Okay.